Greetings and salutations to you all once again. It is me, the Ravenous Spectre. This video is going to be about console exclusivity and PC exclusivity. I can't say the fucking word. You know what I'm saying, because it's down in a damn title below. The fact is that tongue-tied there, damn it. But the fact is, as I'm so sick and tired of this console exclusivity when it comes to dealing with games, it's one thing for when you deal with the company itself, like say with Microsoft having Gears of War and Halo and things like that, and Sony having God of War and Uncharted and all of that. That's one thing, but when it comes to a multi-platform game, the exclusivity that happens with these consoles and PC and all of that is just total bullshit, and it pisses me off, and it pisses a lot of you off just as well. And I know it because I've had conversations with friends of mine who are huge gamers like I am, and with other people online. They feel the exact same way. You know, it's just like what I ended up hearing. I ended up reading an article about Rise of the Tomb Raider for PlayStation 4. We never heard anything about it. Obviously, it ended up coming out on Xbox One, and then it ended up coming out on PC some months later. We didn't hear a damn thing about it on PlayStation 4 because Square Enix was pretty much shitting on PlayStation owners. Didn't let us know a damn thing. And I basically ended up leaving a comment when I ended up reading the article, and I said, well, hell, you could have fooled me. I just went ahead and bought it on Xbox One because I was planning to get an Xbox One anyways for exclusive titles. So I just said, fuck it, I'll just go ahead and get it on this. So I went ahead and did that. And so then it ended up turning out to the point to where it's like now they say it's supposed to be out like holiday of this year, apparently. And and I'm just sitting there like, why in the world didn't we hear something about this before? Why in the world couldn't they have just go ahead and set out the dates for exactly when these things were going to be releasing? We already heard about Xbox One. We already heard about PC. We didn't hear nothing about PlayStation 4. So thanks a lot, Square Enix. Really do appreciate that, you fucking idiots. So the fact is that you sit back and you think about it and you're like, the only real way that this probably could have happened is Microsoft apparently had to ended up, I mean, this is the only way that I can see it happening. Microsoft had to ended up paying money to Square Enix and be like, look, go ahead and put your game exclusive to our system for a certain period of time. Don't worry about those Sony ponies or PlayStation fanboys or anything like that. Don't worry about PlayStation or PC, which in actuality, Xbox One and PC are going to end up, having a marriage anyways this year when it comes to Windows 10 and when it comes to Xbox One. So fuck it. It's got like Microsoft is going to end up basically like it's owning the PC market and owning the Xbox market when it comes to dealing with their games. So that's the only way that I could see that have happening. Eh, to me, they would have ended up selling more copies because from what I read, they didn't sell a whole lot of copies when it just released on Xbox One, period. I don't know how many they sold on PC, but for releasing for the first time on Xbox One, it didn't sell well. Now, if they would have done like they had done with the previous generation with PlayStation 3 and 360 and PC, where they released it all together like that, or I don't know if it was all released on the same date, but if it wasn't, it was pretty close together, then they would have ended up like making Game Busters this time. Which for some damn reason, Square Enix said that they didn't make a whole lot of money off of selling Tomb Raider beforehand, the first Tomb Raider, and they sold millions and millions of copies apparently, and they said they weren't making enough money off of it. I have no freaking clue. Maybe they're still trying to make up all that money they wasted with making with making Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within. With that movie, which was a complete and total flop. Pretty movie, but everything else about it was shit. But it was pretty. I'll go ahead and say that. But I swear to you, it really irks my nerves when it comes to this. And it kind of alleviates me the sting a bit for me having to think about, well, if I had a date, then that's cool. I know that it's going to be coming out specifically on this date. All well and good. I know about that date. But if it boils down to the fact of me sitting here and like, I don't even know where the damn thing's going to come out, and you end up announcing it for one system or two systems, but you don't announce the third one or fourth one. Well, we shouldn't say fourth one anyways, because Nintendo doesn't even matter with any of this, obviously. Sad but true. But it's just like what they had done with Call of Duty. It's just like what they had done with that. Like beforehand, where they're like, oh, well, you could get the game today, but you'll have this exclusive DLC for the Xbox One or the PlayStation 4 for a month or 2 months or what the hell ever before we release it on the other platforms. I'm just like, why? I don't give a shit Well, I don't give a shit about Call of Duty anyways, but I don't give a shit about some other DLC. I just give a damn about getting the freaking game in my hands. That's all that it matters. You know, it's just like the gaming industry nowadays is just an absolute clusterfuck of fucked upness beyond all belief. It just irks gamers everywhere when it comes to this, man. And obviously, I know it's a business. It's like I said it before in other videos. I know it's a business. I know it's going to boil down to money and all of that. That's all well and good, but it's all about the proper business decisions that you make, because just like I mentioned before about with them releasing Rise of the Tomb Raider on Xbox One, and that was the only thing they released it on, from what I read, they didn't sell a whole lot of copies. And I don't know if it was, I can't remember what specifically came out on that month. I think it was probably Fallout 4 or something like that. Maybe that was it, and that's one reason why it didn't sell well. But they would have sold more if they ended up releasing it on PC, PS4, and Xbox One all together at once. So the only thing that I can really surmise is the fact that Microsoft had to end up paying some extra money to Square Enix and be like, hey, look, we'll pay you this extra money for you to go ahead and put it on our platform exclusive for a certain period of time. So, I don't know, man, but it really gets to me with this console exclusivity thing, you know, with multi-platform games. You know, with like I mentioned before, if it's specific titles that are for the specific company, whether it's Microsoft or Sony or anything like that, or Nintendo, which multi-platform with Nintendo is like trying to find a needle in a haystack. And you know, also with PC and all of that, it's like, why is it just? I don't. That could be the only thing. It's all dealing with money. It's just one company paying another company a whole hell of a lot of money, just shitting it out all over them, just diarrhea money, just falling all over everybody, to the point to where they're just a dried up husk, you know, because they just emptied everything out on top of them, just shitting out all that amazing money. I'm getting way deep into that, you know, no pun intended. But I mean, that could be the only way that it could be. I mean, because if you already have the game itself and you already know it's going to be multi-platform, you would have already been working on it for all the systems that you're going to have it on then and there. Because why is it that 90% of other developers and publishers out there, when they end up releasing a multi-platform game, it ends up coming out on the exact same day? Especially if it's a AAA developer. Hello. There really can't be any other way around that I can possibly think of. I mean, if you guys happen to think of any, then please leave the comments below and we can have a discussion on it. But to me, I can't see it being any other way. I truly can't. So, but anyways, that's neither here nor there anymore. I just had to go ahead and get that out there because it's something that I really wanted to go ahead and discuss and just get it over and done with. Oh my God. Oh jeez. Console exclusivity. I can't say that word right, man. Exclusivity. Exclusivity. You know, damn. Anyways, I'll go ahead and end this now, because I need to get back to Star Ocean, because it's awesome. So, fuck the haters. You know, like I said before, fuck the haters. Fuck the haters. Okay. Way off topic. Anyways, later, taters.